thing on illegal immigration and why it's bad for the United States of America. So, history and the definition of illegal immigration is when one person tries to enter another country without having proper documentation to be there. And some history is last year in 2018, over 250,000 illegal immigrants were deported, and 57% of them were found to be convicted criminals. The majority of them were found to have DUIs, which was why they were convicted, which would be if they had alcohol in their system while driving, or if they were under the influence of marijuana. And actually, I learned the second most common drug that they found in systems was heroin. So, almost 6,000 of these illegal immigrants were found to be suspected or actual terrorists or suspected or actual gang members, which, since they were deported, it helps out to make sure there's not as many people in the country who we don't want. There were over 200 countries that illegal immigrants came from, although the majority of which were from the Mexican border. Although I'm pretty sure from what I saw, there was around 100 from Canada, which, okay. In 1975, Democratic Governor Jerry Brown had said when the Cambodian refugees were coming to the country, why in the love do you let in 500,000 people when we can't take care of the million that we have out of work and out of jobs? So, the solution that I have found that would work very well would be to build a border wall like Trump has proposed. So what I would say is that this is the fact that the Israeli government began construction on a wall in 2003 to try to reduce the amount of illegal immigration from the Palestinians, terrorism from the Palestinians. And they saw a 90% reduction in terrorism to their country, and they actually built this wall, and they built it at just the right height so that they couldn't snipe cars who were driving by, because they didn't want their people getting killed, because that's not really good, is it? In 2006, Senator Hillary Clinton voted for a fence on the Mexican-U.S. border, and some other people who voted for it were Barack Obama, Chuck Schumer, and 23 other Democratic senators. Border walls have proven to be massively successful in reducing illegal immigration in many European countries, including Hungary and Bulgaria and Israel. And after installing security fence, San Diego found a 90% reduction in their illegal immigration to there. And this is a picture of the border that is between Tijuana and California, which is that's an area near San Diego. So, I also have a quote. All Americans not only have the right, not only in the States, most have been affected by it, but in every place in this country are rightly disturbed by the large numbers of illegal immigrants entering our country. And Bill Clinton said this in the State of the Union address, and I'm going to show you the State of the Union address. I'm going to show you some of it, not all of it, but if you'd like to finish it at the end, let me know, and I'll show you the rest.
Can you tip this screen up just a little bit, Joey? There.
All Americans, not only in the states most heavily affected, but in every place in this country, are rightly disturbed by the large numbers of illegal aliens entering our country. The jobs they hold might otherwise be held by citizens or legal immigrants. The public service they use impose burdens on our taxpayers. That's why our administration has moved aggressively to secure our borders more by hiring a record number of new border guards, by deporting twice as many criminal aliens as ever before, by cracking down on illegal hiring, by barring welfare benefits to illegal aliens. In the budget I will present to you, we will try to do more to speed the deportation of illegal aliens who are arrested for crimes, to better identify illegal aliens in the workplace, as recommended by the commission headed by former Congresswoman Barbara Jordan.
So this is where I'm going to stop it, but if you'd like to finish it later, I will show you. So I have a counterclaim for why people say illegal immigration is good. So some people think that's good because they take jobs that Americans don't want. And I have an argument against this that I will tell you afterwards, but I will tell you their points first. So dairy companies in New York rely on workers that are thought to be illegal immigrants. and it's actually known that they have people who will go work there and like a week later leave, and that's all they work for them, and they take people who work there like that all the time, and it happens a lot. 5% of the U.S. workforce is taken by illegal immigrants, and according to the farm worker program at Cornell University, which is ran by Mary Jo Duty, she said that 15% of those who work in construction lack legal papers, and 9% of those in fast food and in domestic stuff like babysitting also lack papers. So, actually, another fun fact is Nevada has the highest number of illegal immigrants working, and they have 10% or more. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah. Sorry. So why do I think you should care? Well, I think you should care because it is a big issue that people should care about because it will affect your country's economy, ruining it so that people will have a hard time, and it will affect the number of criminals in your country because you obviously don't want criminals in your country. And border walls would help in order to protect our ideals, but as Bill Clinton has said, we are a nation of immigrants. We are also a nation of laws. And actually, I almost forgot, but the argument against why this is not valid is because in the 80s, during the Mariel boat lift, they had many people who came here from Cuba, and they came to Florida, and people who were well-educated Americans who had finished schooling and everything were found to have a hard time getting jobs, and when they did have jobs, they saw their wages go down by 30%, and they also had a spike in taxes to help the people who had come there, and they had a high amount of need. So if you have any questions you'd like to ask, you can ask them now, and then I'll have some questions for you.
I don't really.
Okay.
You explained yourself very well.
So I would like to now say some questions that are on the national citizenship, the legal citizenship quiz in order to become a legal citizen of the United States. So in order to do that, you have to answer around 20 to 25 questions depending on what state you're in. I'm going to ask you 3 of those questions to see if you know the answers.
All right.
Hopefully you do. What is the supreme law of the land?
Constitution.
That is the correct answer. Second question would be, what does the Constitution do for United States citizens?
It lays out rights for.
That is also correct. Now, my third question for you, and this is the final question. Hopefully you get it right. First 3 words of the Constitution are the idea of self-government. What are these 3 words? That is correct, and because you have gotten this done, I will give you a high five as your prize. Good job. And so this is my project. Thank you, and I would like to wish you a good night.
I'll let you get on to teaching others.
Okay.